check. Mic check. There's the intro, and we're live. Good morning, Onion Lake. Today, I got some guests from the Lakeland College Foundational Learning Department here with us, talking about what kind of what they're all up to over there. uh, please welcome Megan Smith and Mary Chris Suba with the Foundational Learning Department at Lakeland College. Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Good morning.
Oh my
Good
God,
morning,
good
everyone.
morning.
Good morning, Lance.
I'm like kind of hopped up on coffee.
That's where you should be.
Yeah, I just.
And that's your favorite thing to
Yes.
have every morning.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I got so used to drinking that dark roast coffee because every morning, and that's all they had was dark roast. And so I'd go in and make a pot of coffee before all the students got there. Oh,
It's good
Yeah.
coffee. Good
Yeah,
coffee.
It is.
how does that sweater look?
Looks good. That looks great.
But yeah, thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedules to come in and talk about the foundational learning programs at Lakeland College. I guess we'll just get into it. But first, I want to learn a little bit more about you guys, your kind of story, and how you got involved with Lakeland College. Megan, how long have you been working with Lakeland?
I started in about December of 24. December 24. November 23. December 24 I
Okay.
started. So it's been about a year and a half, Lance.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. It's
How
been-
has the experience been for you?
It's been great. It was my background was working always with education, but not with adult learners. So this has been a switch for me.
Okay.
So adult learners, there's a little bit of a difference. The funding is different, and then there's a few other things that are different within just operating. But the end goal is the same. We always want to try to educate the people the best we can and get them educated so they can work and go to higher learning. That's our end goal. And it's been wonderful. The college is a great place to work. It's very supportive. And at the end of the day, we all work together to help students get where they need to be.
What percentage of people would you say actually finish the programs?
So
Is there a good percentage?
there is, but I think education is not sort of a sprint, it's long term.
Yeah.
So there's some students who have life that happens. So there's hiccups in their path. So they might come back at a later time. They might start and then something happens where they have to hit the pause button. And that's okay. That's life. And
Yeah.
especially when you're an adult. When you're a child, hopefully you don't have a lot of pause buttons. But when you're an adult, things happen. So if they hit pause and come back, ultimately they'll finish eventually. But if you're just talking with one sort of program from start to end, like in a 4 or 5 month period,
Hmm.
it's about 50 to 60%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. And then, like, from if you pause that and then start mid semester to end, it's quite a bit higher. It's probably about
Okay.
80%.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good percentage.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of things in life, though. Like, as you know, when you're an adult, there's bills to pay, and you have kids or you have family obligations, and sometimes things come up where having time to go to school full time isn't possible. So those are the hiccups I was talking about.
Okay.
But we're really proud to have a 50% success rate overall. And then, like I say, if you go and start at about midterm to end, it's quite a bit higher. So that's something that we're really proud of.
That's good. Seeing as it's kind of it's Mental Health Awareness Month or Men's Mental Health.
Yeah.
How many people do you think have those mental health problems when they're coming into the foundational learning programs? Do you,
Mary Chris, what would you say? Mary Chris Subia is my amazing office assistant.
Hi, Mary
She
Chris.
runs
Hey,
the show too.
good morning.
She she is a
Yeah,
great
well, let's get
resource.
to know
Yeah.
Mary Chris a little bit more. Hi, Mary Chris.
Hi, Lance.
Oh, I
Hi.
missed you. I miss your
I know
energy every
everybody
morning.
misses me. Merry
I
Christmas
know.
and a Happy New Year. That's what we always say in the hallway. So I guess that makes our students more comfortable and at ease at school.
Yeah.
So at the college, yeah. Um,
Mental health. What would
men-
I think everyone it's an opportunity that every student has at Lakeland College to utilize our highly trained professional counselors.
you want the services for
Yeah,
our students.
and
Yeah.
that's a service that every student can
Hmm.
utilize as much as they want or as little as they want. But in terms of mental health, I think everyone, as an adult learner, there's a lot of trepidation coming back to school. Maybe
Hmm.
being at school when the last time they attended, it wasn't a great situation. I think Mary Chris can attest to that. A lot of our students say, like the last time they attended school, they've either weren't successful or they had some
Hmm.
bullying problems
Okay.
or they just have trepidation going back to school. And so it's sort of like the first week or two coming back is really stressful for our students.
Yeah.
Going back into being in class for 6 hours a day, it's a big switch. It's a life
Yeah.
switch. So I'm providing supports, but also understanding that just give everyone a little bit of grace. And then, like I said, if counselors are needed, there's professionally some counselors that we can offer, and they're totally anonymous as well. They have nothing to do with reporting to any outside agencies. This is a totally complete professional and confidential service that every student in foundational learning can use.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Chris.
Yes.
How has it been for you working at Lakeland College? When did you
Start.
first come? Oh, we just had a anniversary. How long have you been working with Lakeland?
Oh, I've been working with Lakeland for more than 10 years, but because of my math leave, so they don't count that.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think it's 13, 13, 14
Oh,
years at
wow.
Lakeland.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started in, it's not foundational learning yet. It is called EAAP, and that's Entrepreneurial, Aboriginal, and yeah, Energy
Oh,
Program.
okay.
So I started there with Margot Hines. So I guess everybody knows Margot Hines here all over Onion Lake
Yeah.
because when they come or when they get into to Lakeland College, they would ask, I would like to apply for Margot Hines program, but it's the courses or programs we offered in EEAP, and I guess I started June 2013 or 2012. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
yes, it's been a long time, and it's been a pleasure to work with people and adult learners. It's not my I am not an educator like Megan.
Yeah.
I am a foreign worker from the Philippines, started at Tim Hortons and then got the chance to work at the college, and yeah, the college is the best place to work. Yeah.
So, 2013, was that when you kind of came into Canada? And how was that experience for you, like first coming to Canada?
Oh, it's nerve wracking. it is it's different.
Yeah.
But if you have that goal and you are determined enough to get life better, you will you will do everything.
Yeah, if you got that focus
Yeah,
on,
you have that determination, you will do everything.
oh,
It's hard to be away from your family. You are
yeah.
just like an alien. I would say I'm an alien here in
Mhm.
Canada. I don't speak your language, like the English, no little, but I'm not good at it. But I was just blessed to be here in Canada and everything come. And as long as you're working for it, you need to work for it. Yeah.
And yeah, I know you're a hard worker. You're
Mm-hmm.
always on the ball, even with like
Trying my hard, trying so
with
hard, Lance.
questions and concerns that students, other staff, they
Mm-hmm.
come to you because you know what to do.
Thank you. I
I
didn't
mean,
know
that's
that.
just my interpretation. That's
Thank you,
how I see
Lance.
things here. Like
Mhm.
you're
That is
pretty
right.
great.
Yeah,
Well, I
you're
guess
right,
if you
Lance.
are on that position for a long time, you kind of know some in and outs. And if I don't know, I know how to direct them or to whom I will direct their questions to.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So you just know. You just like put it all the information in your head, and now you're always on the ball. But yeah, you
Thank
do
you.
a really great job. Okay, well let's get into the programs that you offer at Lakeland College.
Absolutely.
Uh I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm still like in the program. I'm in the Career and Exploration Preparation Program,
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
CEP,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually here doing a practicum. So what we're doing here is a part of my practicum. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not waiting for payday or anything like that, but no, I'm having like a really good experience. And I think this is something, even though like I know how to do this, I came back to the radio station because I have all that experience that I do have, but I don't think I would have been here unless I went through the program. And I think that that says a lot about how the program can help an individual no matter what kind of things they have going on in life. But yeah, that's just a little bit of my experience. What kinds of programs do you have going on, or what kind of programs did you do this year alone?
Well, we offer daytime and evening programs. So the daytime program, like you're in, Lance,
Yeah.
runs Monday to Friday, 9 to 3:30, and we offered four different programs throughout the year. We started with our employment skills enhancement program. That happens in fall, and that will be starting again in September. So if you're interested in coming back to school, and it's a good refresher, we have our English, our communications. So you have a little bit of refresher for writing and for reading, but also presenting those ideas that you might write in like a presentation. So we do a little bit of oral presentation and communication as well, which is really important for employability. And then there's also some math refreshers. You actually are going to be getting able to get an adult 12 credit this year in the math, so that will go towards a diploma. And then we also do some digital literacy, so we practice computer skills and get some Microsoft Office type work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some refreshers there. We also have some career planning, so some work on your resumes and cover letters, and then of course a work placement. So that's our one program that we'll start with. And the other program we're starting with is a more human service centered schooling. So people who are looking at getting into work in home care, maybe daycare work, opening their own private daycare,
Mm-hmm.
people who want to maybe get into the school either as an educational assistant or down the road getting their education degree and working as a teacher. So if you're looking at that type of employment, then we have our community care
Okay.
employment project, and that gives you two adult 12 credits. That if you're interested in getting an education degree, that would be really important. But it also lends itself to home care. So if you want to work with seniors or people who are differently able, that would be a good option for you as well. And that is a daytime program. But if you're on the other end and you already have your grade 12, you can upgrade and take evening courses. So we offer math, grade 12, English grade 12, biology grade 12, and chemistry grade 12 in the evenings.
Okay. I didn't know you did evening
Yeah,
classes.
it's pretty quiet from 3:30 to about 6.
Six.
There's
Yeah.
nothing going on,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the adults come in the evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know like when I went through the program, I mean like if there was anybody who was like a testament to the kind of help that you an individual can receive through the foundational learning, it's probably me. I know I had to get calls from Megan here. and
You had some
she
struggles
she
though.
had it out on me. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, you can't tell on the radio, but you had a broken arm, a
yeah.
broken wrist.
I broke my
So
arm.
so it was, and that's the hiccups I'm talking about. You
Yeah.
know, like life
Life
happens.
happens.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but I knew that I wanted you to come back because
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just myself, but it was your peers, but also your instructors saying, like, he can make this up. Like, this is a hiccup in his road, and that is life. Life is hiccups.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like you say, you are a testament. You are a perfect student, example, really, of someone who wants to come back and better themselves so
Yeah,
they can become employed. And
that's
that's
right.
ultimately the goal. We want to be role models for people around us, and we want to be independent and have a good job.
So just speaking on my experience on like the way I approach this, first of all, like the way I entered into the program was just completely, it was like an accident. Like I remember I did the Facebook form. I filled that out and then
Mm-hmm.
I applied for SA here in Onion Lake, and
Yeah.
then I was talking to Valine,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I was kind of looking around. I was like, oh no, I actually went there for another program.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna sign up for another program, and then oh, we're not doing that program. That's not us here. But this is what we're doing. And then I noticed, I was like, oh, I just applied. I actually just applied for that program and I just did the acuplacer test. I did the acuplacer test already. And then so she was like, oh, okay. And then we're funding that program. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, is there gonna be is there like transportation available? Like will you have some shuttle going?
Mm-hmm.
And she said no. But what we do have is we're gonna get dorms.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a dorm for people at the college. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's not a problem with you and you can make it, you can stay there at the dorms while the program is going. And so yeah, all of it it just kind of came together for me. And so I like me, I go with the flow. I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get into the program, it's yeah, adult 12 classes, an English class, a math class. And oh man, just hi, there I am. Just speaking on yeah, my experience in the program, you know, I'm not uh, I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, I get through the program, I'm doing my thing, and then I'm still kind of like having troubles going through my own stuff, and then I go and break my arm. And that kind of affected me in a way, you know, I got kind of uh what do you call, I just kind of felt uh like I was kind of hard on myself
Mm-hmm.
about it, and I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
to go back to class.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Megan, you started calling me and you were telling me get to class. And you know, I probably wouldn't have, I wouldn't have finished, I wouldn't have gone back to class if you didn't just call me and tell me get to class.
Get a class
And
now.
so yeah.
Well,
So
I'm glad. But you have to take responsibility in that too, because
yeah.
as much as I phoned you, Lance, you made the decision to come
Yeah,
in. And
that's right.
I could see as soon as like, I touched base with your instructors the first day back, because I was worried about you, about the pain, and like the pain that you were having with your broken hand, and it was in a cast, and I was concerned about you. But when I saw your body language and your eyes when you were back that first day, I knew you were going to be back. I knew it. I was like, nope, he now that he's here, he realizes that this is doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah, I
was
really felt that way like, oh, I
mhm.
can't do it.
Yeah.
But when I get back to class, you know, the instructors, the other students, you, Mary, Chris, they were you were all welcoming back, and I knew I had the support. I knew I had the support that I needed to finish, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
June 20th would be your
yeah,
big day.
like you just go back next week and then graduation
Vision
is
is a
on the
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
It's
you excited?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back in the class
yeah.
too, even for that, even for just the week.
Yeah. And we have 4 Onion Lake students graduating.
For them.
4. So we have yourself, of course. We have Dallas, Antonio, and Merrick.
Yes.
So 4 males
Oh wow.
from Onion Lake. Merrick drives in and out every day, but as you know, the other 3 live. As you were mentioning, Valine is a huge supporter
Support.
Yeah.
for the SA students who are wanting
Mm-hmm.
to go back to school. But don't have transportation or need living arrangements, and that has been a blessing for the students who are on SA. And so a big shout out to Valine, who
Believe.
actually thought of that this year. That was not something that we have done before.
Okay.
This is a new
Wow,
thing. Yeah,
really?
this is a new thing.
So do you think that that really helped
Oh,
people?
yes.
Absolutely.
Mary Chris, maybe
Yeah.
you can talk to that because she's
Yes.
been around for so long.
So in the past, we do have this shuttle, and it works. Students will come on class, but then there are times that life happens. They can't get into the specific time that they need to be onto the bus stop. So the shuttle will leave and go to Lakeland College. But I really noticed that we really observe that when the students are on campus, they are
Mm-hmm.
in that routine,
Mhm.
going to class,
Yeah.
home, and then class and home. So it's just a walking distance. So that is like a big thing. A success there is
Mhm.
really high. The success
Yeah.
there is high.
That's
Yes.
good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause even like I mean, I had no excuse, right?
Yes.
When I broke my arm. You're just over there, get to school.
That's, I think
It's
I might
walking
have said
distance.
Yeah.
that.
I had no excuse. So no, so yeah, that really helped people.
Yeah.
That helped me. Like I thought I was like when I thought about going to the program, I was worried about getting from Onion Lake to Lloydminster
Mhm.
to the campus and taking part in the programs.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, that really helped a
Yeah.
lot. And
Yes.
do you think that's something that's gonna continue in the
I hope
future?
Hoping
so.
so.
It'll
Yeah.
be students who are wanting to come back who are on SA, and then they would have to get a hold of their caseworker, or just contact Valine and or Davis Whitstone,
Yeah.
and that would be a conversation for them to have just to see how that would work. But it
And
isn't. I
apply.
maybe should talk a little bit about residence just to outline that for people who don't know what residence is like at Lakeland. There is 2 different options of residence. Lance, who lived in the single dorms, so those are set up with 6 to 8 bedrooms that have their own sort of private lock system. So your bedroom is your private area. Only you can access that by like it's almost like a hotel key or a key, like an old fashioned metal key.
Yeah.
Um, and that's your private space. And in that space, you have a bed with a mattress, a single bed, and then a desk, a closet, and a nightstand, I believe. And that's your own. That comes furnished. So the only thing you have to bring is your sheets and your pillows
Yourself.
and, your clothes and junk food if you want your own private stash. And then the rest is all shared accommodation. So then the bathroom is shared with 3 other people. Um, and the living room and kitchen space is shared with the whole house. So 6 or 8 people, and it is again furnished. So you would have your fridges and your stoves and your living room area with your couches and things like that. And I think a TV is included, although your TV is quite nice.
Yeah. I th-
It's
I think it got sold on us. I don't know.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
It's a really nice TV. The TVs that they furnish are like 32 inch, but yours
Oh,
is
wow.
quite a bit bigger than that. But and a kitchen table, and then you do your own grocery shopping, and you have to provide your own like cutlery and plates and things like that. That's not provided.
And
But
there's the family units as well.
and there's
Mm-hmm.
family units for people who have children. So unfortunately, at this time, they don't accept family units if it's just a boyfriend or a girlfriend situation.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have children, and that
Okay.
constitutes a family. So they're only 2 bedrooms, no basements. So it's a 2-story, and upstairs there's a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. And then downstairs is your living quarters with living room and kitchen.
I have this funny story. So when I got to the dorms, they had my room. They had it all set up. I walk in and there's like a TV, there's a fan, there's bedding, and then they had this like sweater sprawled out on a bed, this T-shirt in a closet, and this little piece of work of art. I don't know. It was all set up, and then they call me the next day, and they're like, "Oh, Lance, your room was used as a display
Oh.
room."
Oh, really?
And they were like, "Can we get all our stuff back?" And
Did you wear the sweater?
I wore this sweater. I was like, "What do you need back?" Because I'm kind of. I wore the sweater and everything. Yeah, I was like,
Oh, that's a
"Oh, what
great
kind of?
story.
This is a welcome."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like a horrible welcome. Welcome. Oh, well, we want everything back.
yeah. That was just a funny story, but.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny. I like that.
Now we know.
Yeah, that's a good story.
So let's get back into the programs.
Yeah.
Is there anything new that you're introducing?
Well, we
Any?
are sort of. The program names are going to be the same. So if you have looked at different programs, the names are the same. But I, I mentioned before there's going to be adult 12
Adult,
credits.
yes.
So what we're noticing and what I really want to maybe talk about more today is an emphasis on getting your adult 12 diploma or your high school diploma. So we're focusing on giving credits to students so they can get their adult 12 because employers are saying that they need an adult 12.
Mhm.
That's sort of the base now. In
Okay.
2025, people are saying like it's great that you have your grade 10, but in this day and age, we need everyone to have their grade 12. That's just sort of where we need everyone to be. And we need to be ready for succeeding with our students to set them up for success.
Yeah.
And I want to do that in the shortest period of time as possible. It's hard to come back as an adult learner, and I don't want to look in someone's eyes and say you have to be away from your familiar, like your family obligations for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I want to make it so you can be employed and then living back with your family in a short period of time. So instead of wasting time and getting your grade 10, I want everyone to get their grade 12s as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And this is a way we can do that. So if you come to us and you don't have your grade 12, as in you don't have any credits at all in grade 11 or grade 12, the way the system is set up and the way we've set it up is you don't need prerequisites. So you can come to us
Okay.
and get your grade 12 in under 2 years, in a year and a half, actually.
That's
And one
good.
of those, like 6 months, is actually just part time classes. So you can take evening classes for the last 6 months, and the first year would be full time.
Okay.
So for people out there who are wanting to go into higher education, like nursing or education, or even like social work or any type of work
Anything.
that is a good avenue for you. It's really important to know that it's not a long road. It's going to be a very full road with a full year of classes with your
Mhm.
maths and your
English,
Englishes and also financial
financial literacy.
literacy and some social classes. And then there's some science classes that you'd have to take as well. But the road is paid for you. It's ready. You just have to open that door and commit about 18 months. And then you're ready to go. If you want to go to university, you can. If you want to work, that grade 12 is under your belt.
How many people do you find continue their education with Lakeland College through the foundational
Um,
learning?
Mary Chris, how many would you say?
So one program we have three students out
Yeah.
of five, and then from ESE we have pretty much like
Ev-
everybody
Everybody.
that's
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
yep,
Yeah.
That's a
who
good
continue
percentage.
on,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
continue on, and
Yeah.
then we are hoping from PAP, between PAP and the CEP,
CEP. About
the half of
six.
it, yes,
Yeah.
six,
Six or
mm-hmm,
seven. Yeah.
Wow.
are
Yeah.
continuing
But
on.
it's important to note too, there's also employment. Like our
Yep,
ultimate
Yeah.
goal is either higher education
education.
or employment. So, like I said, being an adult learner is hard, it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes the pause is because they have to pay rent.
Yeah.
So Some students take a pause so they can go back to work and get things in line so they when they come back in the future they're ready again.
And just to add to that, that's why we do have this evening courses. So in our daytime program,
Right.
you can get at
Mhm.
least two credits
Yeah.
for adult 12, and you can have a pause. And if you
Yeah.
get employment, then or maybe you get employed, then you can come back in the for the evening courses
Mhm.
just to complete
Wow.
those
Yeah.
grade
So
12.
you
Yeah.
guys like really help a lot of people
Well,
through this
thank you, Lam.
foundational
We're
learning,
hoping so
right?
Thank
too.
you, Lam.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
hoping so, and that's our goal.
Yeah.
We are the before we were called the mission based programs.
Yep.
So we it's really personally I take it like my reward working at the college.
Mhm.
The college is great to work with, and also the students who come to our program and then successful graduated, go
Mhm.
pursue their education or even get employed. That's just like
Mhm.
I win $1 million already.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's a gift. That's a gift to us when you are successful through the programmings that
Yeah.
we provide in foundational learning.
So you got two programs that just kind of went through
Yeah. Yeah.
the winter term. And they're ending. The pre-administrative professional, that's ending.
That
Or
ended
is it?
It
last
ended.
ended on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh no
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
way.
so we had our graduation on Friday.
And Sam is gone.
Sam
She
is
moved on.
she is moving on. She's well, she's still working. She had a practicum like you are,
Okay, yeah.
and she loved her practicum. Learned a lot, but wants to learn more. So she's working a little bit more at her practicum.
That's amazing.
And yeah, and our other students are also working.
Yes.
Yeah, and the career explorations and preparation program, which is the program that I'm in, is ending as well. And we got our grad next week,
Yes.
Friday,
in a week from, yeah,
June
next
20th
Friday.
at 1 p.m.
And I already provided an invite to Valine and to Davis
Yeah.
and to all
Okay.
our other persons here
Yeah.
in Onion Lake, Lydia Lewis
Yes.
and Tori Little Wolf. Those are the names that really stacked on me because I know they are helping
Mhm.
so much our students to be
Mhm.
successful in the program. So
Yeah.
thank you for those
Mhm.
ladies.
And we know
Yeah.
money is really important. So I might just interject here saying that if you come to school for post secondary always means tuition. However, tuition is covered by funds from the Saskatchewan government for all students. So that is a huge benefit
It is.
for our Onion Lake residents because if you live in Lake,
Onion
you
Lake.
have a
Saskatchewan
Saskatchewan
Health
box.
Card.
Yeah, health card and box,
Mhm.
PO box, like mailing office. So
Jeez.
yeah,
Wow.
it's just one more reason to like jump in to get educated and train so you can seek higher education and significantly higher paying jobs.
That's amazing. I can't,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to fathom how many people just your department at the Lakeland College is helping. But let's get into what's next. What's going to happen in the fall here? What kind of programs are you offering now?
Well, we'll be offering our evening programs, our English,
Math.
math, biology, and chemistry for grade 12.
Mhm.
Those are great refreshers for our students, usually for getting into nursing. A lot of students,
Okay.
the nursing and healthcare field has a huge vacancy rate. So if you look on job boards, if you're getting into any type of home care or nursing position, definitely you have a really good shot of getting a job. So a lot of our students are looking at that upgrading. And then during the daytime programs, we're doing the CCEP or Community Care Employment and the ESE.
And the
Okay.
Yeah.
application is open. So
Yeah. You can go
So
online.
people can start applying now.
yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We're accepting applications for September 2nd start. But I would like to refresh everyone's memory that moving into the dorms is better to be done by August. So you have your applications in. So,
Interview
yeah,
done.
and interview them. So do please apply earlier rather than in August
Yeah.
because we would like to make sure
The
that if you're
sooner the
moving,
better.
yeah, just so we have you set up with if you have children, they can get enrolled into the school system in Lloyd, or you can make childcare arrangements if they're in daycare.
Right.
So everything is
All
set
that
up.
preparation can be
Mm-hmm.
done
Yeah.
within the next 2 months.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Okay. That's good. So what is community care? What is it?
So we're talking about people who are looking for human services. So people who are wanting to give back in some way. So eventually they might want to work in social work, or working with addictions
Yeah.
as a counselor. They might want to work more one on one, like a home care aide or a nurse, or they might want to work with youth, like an educational
Yeah.
assistant or a teacher assistant, or in the school system as a teacher. But ultimately, it's a human focused position. You're
Okay.
dealing with people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is this a new program or how is
It's
It's a
this?
second year. This
second
is our
year,
second
second
year.
year.
Okay.
And the reason why we open this program is there is such huge demand for these jobs in
Yeah.
the labor force market. So some labor force markets are sort of not as busy, but this is definitely a huge employment need. So I need to make sure that people are getting jobs at the end. That's what we want. We want people to be employed and successful. So making
And
it happen.
your other program, Employment Skills Enhancement Program. I'm pretty sure the name of it just says it all, but can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So uh, Brad is our main instructor, and that is a good start and refresher for people to get back into reading, writing,
Writing.
math,
Mm-hmm.
life skills, computer skills. But also, if you're unsure, you don't know what you want to do. So you're coming back to school, you're not thinking, do I want to go into trades or do I want to go into um, like a human industry? Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I've never had a job maybe, or I've been out of school for 20 or 30 years. I'm not really sure if school is my thing. Um, that is a good beginning to come back course into because you don't really know. So it's very
Yeah.
broad.
Okay.
And practicums in ESE can be anything from working at maybe a gas station to working in a carpentry office to working in an administrative office. So it sort of sets yourself up with different opportunities so you know what to do.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's good. I mean, like it's like, is it like kind of career and explorations
It's
preparation?
it's the prep. So that
Yeah.
would
It's pretty much the
be, yeah.
basic.
So our
Okay.
ESE students would, if they want to do business, then the term two they would go into the
Okay.
pre-admin.
So they can kind of
Yeah.
choose what they want to study
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. And
kind of,
then CEP would be for students who are wanting to get either more credits for high school adult
yeah.
12, or it opens up more opportunities if they're unsure if they're going on to post secondary, because it does give you a higher chance to
Yeah.
getting into post secondary.
Like, well, for me, going through the career and exploration and preparation program, um, I felt, and this is just me, I just felt at some points I didn't need kind of like what you were teaching, but in the end, once you finish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only until then when you finish is when you'll see the effects that these programs have on you. You got to make it through these like all the way through every day, every week, to find out what you have. Yeah, and that's what I find that these programs can help you with.
Well, and for your, if you wanted to go into business, for example, there's different options of business, but because you've gone through CEP, you have a strong math and you have your grade 12 English credit.
Yeah.
And that opens up a lot of doors. So you
Mm-hmm.
could go into business, and that could look like a number of different things, a business certificate or a diploma, or you could go into property appraisal. Like it's just a bigger avenue for you to have options, or you could go into university transfer and get some university classes.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, the world is full of different opportunities. It's just a matter of clicking off the boxes to get
Yeah.
entrance into it.
Navigating your way.
Yeah. And you worked hard. Like
You
every
need to.
student that you were
You
going to
Yeah.
need
be.
to. And they.
Yeah. And when you say like you broke your arm and you sort of, it was a hard hiccup for you.
Yeah, it was.
It was winter and it was cold, and then you broke your arm, and I think math was hitting, like,
Oh yeah,
math was
math was mathing.
math was mathing. Marty is the math instructor, and yeah, it was hard. It's hard to um, teach concepts that have sort of gone to bed in your brain for a little while.
Yeah,
That's
that's
for sure.
right.
Yeah.
It
So
was taking that math class was first of all math numbers. Don't get me started. I'm more of an English
yeah,
class person.
but you did it.
But I did it.
You
Like
did it.
just kind of grasping that these numbers and math are just a
Mhm,
science to prove that math is useful or
mhm.
something. And but yeah, again, you don't know what you can do until you get through it. And just getting through that, just the math class. Oh my goodness.
It's a good parody of life, though. Like, the road is best earned rather than given, and you earn your spot
Oh
to be a
wow.
graduate.
That's right.
It's much easier to um, give thanks to the road behind you when you pave the way yourself. And ultimately, the tools are just the instructor and the books and
Yeah.
the pens
That's right.
and the desks that we provide and the heat that comes through the events. But you come and you do the work. And it wouldn't be a successful grad without you and your 7 peers sitting up at the front.
Yeah.
And you guys worked together. And it was hard times,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys did it.
Mhm.
And it's the standards are with the Ministry of Education. Like, their standards are the standards, and you met those standards. You passed, just like any other like grade 12 student. You passed English,
Yeah.
and like, it's something to be proud of. It's a really short but quick 4 or 5 months. So
Mm-hmm.
we're so very proud. Like, all your instructors, Mary Chris,
Yeah.
she
Oh, Merry Chris.
she leaks.
Yes,
Her eye,
always.
yes, her eyes are leaking her happiness.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah,
but grad is a very special occasion.
it is.
So
yeah.
we look forward to seeing all the guests that are coming from Onion Lake and our really proud graduates that are on the stage.
Yeah. My grad day next week. Having a grad party at no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, before we go, let's talk about what other programs do you have going on? You got Adult 12.
Adult 12.
Yes.
And then, like, the program you're in will be offered again in February, end of
February
January, I guess, end of
Okay.
January, February of 2026.
6. Yes.
Crazy, crazy.
Ooh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll be offering the pre-admin professional, which is for people interested in business, and then we're also offering the CEP for people who want a little bit heavier load, who are looking for some grade 12 and English credits and grade 11 math credits. And we can accept applications for that as well
Mm-hmm.
currently.
Yeah.
You can apply at any time.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, the earlier you apply, the
Yes.
sooner we can get things
Yeah.
organized and your life organized and prepared for the college experience, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. That was another aspect that we didn't really touch on was we have a class with Bob,
Yeah.
good old Bobo. Going through Bob's class was another experience as well because at times I felt, and this is just me, I felt like I was being kind of preached at, sort of like things got preachy, but of course that's just me and my rock and roll attitude. That's how. But just getting through that and
Mm-hmm.
just realizing, that there's things in there that you need to be taught
Mm-hmm.
and that are very useful for you, you know, going,
Mm-hmm.
after the program, helping you navigate life after the
Mm-hmm.
program. And I thought that was, again, you don't know until you finish it, but
Mm-hmm.
now I see the value
Mm-hmm.
in Bob's teachings or
Mm-hmm.
preachings, as I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I want to
Vinny,
thank Bob so
Yeah.
much.
the fishy.
The fishing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Vinny.
Vinny is your fish, and then in the other class, it's Baby Bob.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up here pretty quick, but just one question I want to ask you, Mary Chris. Do you have any sisters available?
They are back home and they're all taken. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Len.
how was your visit? You like how long of a were you away from your home before you got to go and visit again?
Okay, so that was like 7 years before
Oh my
I
God, I
go
can't
back.
even imagine.
And thank you, Megan, for allowing me and Jackie for allowing me to go that long for like four
Yes.
weeks or so.
I know.
Jackie Benders, our wonderful dean. I don't want to forget her. She supports. She's very busy with UT, University Transfer, but she supports foundational
We're
learning
learning a
and
lot.
the staff and the students. Her heart is
She advocates for
she
foundational
advocates
learning.
she
So,
advocates for
Okay.
us a tremendous amount at the college level. So we really want to give a shout out to her. But
mhm.
Jackie and myself, I can only imagine what it would be like to not see your mother, your father, your
Yeah.
sisters for 7 years. And I don't think I'll let Mary Chris say a little bit more, but she has two little children that one
Hmm.
hadn't even met in person, her grandma and grandpa. So it was
Okay.
a big trip.
It is a big trip, so hard to travel with kids, but it is an amazing experience for them, seeing how they love our culture. So I
Yeah.
was able to show that to them. My little one is, of course, she's not understanding it yet, but the other one she can, and the memory she will
Okay.
have with her
Yeah.
grandparents is
That's
us.
right.
It will be treasured. So I was gone for like more than 4 weeks. Foundational learning is there, and I heard I was missed because of that Merry Christmas and the singing there in the hallway. And it's so much. I'm so happy to be back and then see our learners successful and they're still intact.
Hmm.
I left for 8 students and I still have 8 students coming back. So that is such a wonderful
Yeah.
experience. So
Oh
yeah, that's so good.
man, Mary Chris, we really missed you when you were
Hmm.
gone, and we were just so happy when you came back
Yeah, we did.
because, well, because of your invaluable experience doing your job. There was nobody else to there for us, but
Thank you.
we tried our best. But yeah,
So if they want to apply and they don't have the
Computer.
computer, they can call
Yes.
7871-5773 and they can book an appointment with
Please
me.
phone our sweet
Yeah,
Mary Chris.
and
She
then
yeah,
I can definitely walk them through the application, and maybe if they have enough
Mhm.
time, they could come in the morning or
Yeah.
whatever time till 4:30. They can complete an online application, and if we have enough time, we can do the acuplacer.
Hmm.
That's another
okay,
way that Megan assess our students to be in our programming. I can do the acuplacer on that same time after
Yeah.
the application, and after that, go to Megan, and Megan Smith will
Yes.
have the decision on how we can help this applicant to
The
be in our
yeah,
program.
the acuplacer, I think because people have been out of school for so long, we don't call it a test, but in
It's an
every
assessment.
way, shape, or form, people see it as a test. But what it is it's an idea that gives us a score. And we don't want to put you in a program that you were set up to fail at.
right,
So, like every program has a level. Some start a little bit at the basic level, and then some need some prerequisite knowledge. So, it's a little
okay,
bit more difficult. So, the acuplacer allows us to figure how can we challenge you in successful ways for you to complete programming. We don't want to make things too easy. We don't want to make it too hard. But the acuplacer will give us an idea of what program fits your interest but also fits your ability level. So that's why we use the acuplacer if we
Mhm.
don't have a
A
transcript.
transcript, yeah.
And you don't get
okay,
a
Mm-hmm.
transcript if you aren't in grade
Grade
10
or
or more,
11.
you don't have a high school transcript.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I use acuplacers. Just
right,
to give us an idea.
yeah. For anyone who's coming this way, I have these posters. I'm gonna put them up in the
Thank you.
band office. If you need a little bit more information before calling Mary Chris here,
Yeah.
I
but
Thank
do provide
thank you, Lance.
informations too, so
yeah,
I can.
Mary Chris is very
Yes.
helpful. If you want to just give her a call, she'll
Mary Chris
guide you
is.
and lead you the way you need to be. Any closing comments? Anything else that
I
we missed? Maybe.
I would just like to say thank you so much. This is a
Yes.
beautiful room.
Yeah.
Seeing you in that chair, you're a natural, Lance.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm really proud of you sticking it out because what was it, about 2.5 months ago when you broke your arm?
Mm-hmm.
We could be having a very different conversation. No
That's right.
conversation at all. Like
This
this is a testament to your fortitude and your determination. Thank you very much for having us here.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Yeah, and if anyone is listening, please do phone Mary Chris. Come down to the band office if you want to get more information. There is posters. They're also at the SA office. You can talk to Valine or Davis there
Okay.
as well. And if you have a caseworker, you might get some information from them as well. Um, but earlier rather than later for
Mhm.
applications.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you,
And
Lance. And see you on Friday.
yes,
Yeah.
grad
Big
day.
day.
Grad Day next Friday.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you who for everybody who's listening. Signing off. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.